Hey guys, Ash here, Rachel Legends. Welcome to the video. Send us some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you need them out there. Today, we have really a combo platter for you guys. Got a combo, the little poo-poo platter for you. Coming at you, Rachel Legends. I had a few ideas, really, right? This is not exactly a follow-up, but, from the It's Bad and Raid Shadow Legends and the official player response to the community pain points video. This is maybe the third in the trilogy here, but it's not a rant video or anything like that. But it does stem from a few things that have been on my mind in the game right now regarding RNG and a few other things. And I really think it's something that I left out, and a lot of you guys commented on this, right? And it's totally on me. There was a billion comments and a billion great ideas that you guys had in terms of what you're experiencing in the game, right? But the biggest thing that I haven't mentioned, and that, like, I'm an idiot, right? Because I'm gonna fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on you again. But how about the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, and eighth time? I'm a sucker because I'm still gonna bring it to Plarium. I'm still gonna talk to them about it and see what they say about it. I'm sure I probably will not love the answer, but it's a big one, and it has to do with champions, getting a champion in the game. Sure, we talked a lot about the mercy timer or the mercy system. We should have a wish list. It's impossible to get a new champion. We talked about all of that, right? But this is something a little bit different. It's about what happens when you do pull the champion. What happens when you do get the champion? Now, in case you missed my shard opening video yesterday, massive spoiler alert, but I got my hands on one of my most wanted champions. The stars aligned. And I was totally lying to myself. I was fooling myself thinking I was close to... Oh, there it is! There it is! And I was totally lying to myself. I actually got him! I actually got him! And I actually got a 15x progressive champion for the first time in what feels like over a year. I got the right champion. Speaking of which, by the way, man, there's no way I'm gonna go for her on non-2x. On just a progressive, even though you do have better odds on a mythical, but you know I would pull somebody else. I would never get her. Anyway, I digress. So what happens when you actually pull a champion, right? I want to start with this dude, right? Now I want to ask you guys too. Let me know if this resonates with you. Are you going through this as well? Do you have any champions that you pulled? And I build them because of champion training tournaments, because of stupid deck of whatever the hex, because of Titan Fate events, and Clan vs. Clan, right? So of course, I'm building these champions, which is the irony here is that I don't even mind building them. I have time to build them. But I've noticed something, and it actually pertains to my champion guides channel, right? This used to be Raid Shadow Legends champion guides. I had to change it to news and guides. That's right, I'm doing lazy news content on my second channel now because I just don't have time like I did before. Now with Faction Wars, in Live Arena, and in Siege, in Chimera, right? I find myself, in terms of the time right now in this game, I don't have time to I can build the champions, but unless they're just God tier, S tier, and I know they're gonna improve my account immediately, I haven't even been able to find the time in this game to play with the new champions. This is not even my main point. This is just my first point. I have more than Karen. Karen's seen no play time. He's benched. He's ready to go. He's geared up, kind of, not really, but he's on the bench. He's my bench warmer, right? And I don't want him to be. He's a cool champion. I pulled this dude recently, right? Moto of the Pearl. Esme's companion champion. This dude looks pretty cool too. But this is this awkward area of a champion that I want to use, but I just can't find the time to actually do what I used to enjoy the most in this game, and that's mess around with new champions who might not be the best in the game, but they're still really compelling, really intriguing. To their credit, to Plarium's credit, they do a hell of a good job making new intriguing champions on a lot of these. Of course, not the daily login loyalties, not those. But there are a lot of really cool designs that are still added to the game that I really want to play with, but I can't because any of you guys in the same position that I'm in, and listen, this is it's not my technical full-time job. I do have a full-time job, but I do this, and I do sponsored videos and stuff like that, so I care about it. It is a source of income. It's kind of like a job to me. I shouldn't feel like it's such a job. It's such a chore because I find myself doing this. You ever pull this move? You log in raid And you're like, oh crap, we're 1 day left in prep. Well, I gotta go in siege. I gotta get my siege battles in, oh no. Or you go to clan, only 1 day left in Chimera, and I have 2 keys to use, oh God. I guess I gotta, wife, cancel the plans tonight, cancel dinner, sweetie. I got my Chimera battles to do. Little Timmy, I can't go to the basketball game. I got 3 Hydra battles to do tonight. I gotta grind. And listen, I don't mind the grind in games. It's just like all the areas you gotta worry about, right? Even these faction wars, love them or hate them, they take a lot of time. And I'm still trying to get my Cursed City. We have a new rotation here. I still try to get my Cursed City done because they're free rewards. Why not? Of course, I'm going to do my faction wars even if I wasn't on hard mode because it's free and there's not that much that's free in the game. I try to get my Iron Twins in. I try to make sure, obviously, every day I'm doing my Demon Lord. I'm like, what I'm trying to say here is, a Dark Fae, forget about it. I'm like, I forgot to farm Dark Fae. Like a Doom Tower. Man, I'm trying to say that I feel like I'm always trying to catch up. I'm that kid in school that didn't do their homework or forgot there was a page 2 of the homework, and I'm like, oh no. So TLDR, hope that proved my point here. TLDR, man, I'm feeling like this has become such a chore to do all these things. I feel like, more quick battles. I feel like it's really important, Iron Twins, quick battle it, please. Like that's just one little thing, but like I feel like we need these quick battles. Doom Tower, come on, man. This is Doom Tower. Give me some instant battles. I don't want a background battle. I want an instant battle. Once you clear a Cursed City floor once, come on, let us lock it in. Get an instant. Even if we only have like 10 of them to use per cycle on Cursed City, we still need to go a long way to address the time on old content, not new content. I'm not asking for instant battles in Chimera, stuff like that, but like they want us to, they say, hey, we really want players to play live arena more. But like, dude, live arena, like who has the luxury after all of that? I'm like, hey, I need a break from my job, Raid Shadow Legends. I need to do something else, like watch TV. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's number 1, but that's not even my main point. Damn it, get to the point, Ash, get to the point. It's the RNG, man. I found this, I was reminded of this. Let me actually give you guys some credit really quickly here. Arnorn, not Armands, Ash. I want to give you guys some credit. I want to give my man Carlos a little bit of love here. In this comment on the Plarium response video, the Plarium response to the pain points video, I saw this dude, my man Carlos Sobral, I think. He lists a lot of pain points here, but he says the RNG is out of control. Champions plus souls plus artifacts plus blessings. You need the perfect combo of all of this just to even attempt the end game. Since the Altar of Souls was introduced, I've never pulled a single 5-star soul for any of my main champs. And I only summon during 2x events. That's insane. You know what? You're damn right it's insane. It sure is insane. Something changed when they added the Altar of Souls. Yesterday, spoiler alert, in the shard opening video, I pulled my man Arnorn. You just saw him on the screen right now, right? I've been wanting this guy for so long, right? But it's just one of these weird things. I'm in the end game, right? And sure, I could definitely use this dude. I'm sure, like, I could probably put him in some of my faction war teams. Not even all, right? Like, he's just a damage dealer. But even in the arena, right? It's just like, I could use him, but he's nowhere near value over replacement for me. Sometimes you'll pull a legendary that's really compelling. Maybe one of the legendary that you've wanted for a while in this game. And then you recognize the only time you get excited about pulling a legendary, even if they're good nowadays in the game, is if you previously got pissed off because you summoned in the Altar of Souls and you got one of their soul stones. You're like, I don't even have the champion, damn it. And then you pull the champion. You're like, I have a soul stone. Because you can pull soul stones for champions that you don't have in this game. Not only do you have to get the right soul stone, it has to be a high level, right? And then it has to be a champion that you actually have, right? So the stars must align. Man, they have the 8x bonus. Come on now. Here's the problem. It's RNG layered on RNG. And that's the whole damn point I was trying to make. But I gave you 9 minutes of intro. That's the problem. I pulled Arnorn the Shining. And I love this dude. But I'm not even gonna use him. Not because I don't have any awakening for him or any empowerment for him, specifically awakenings, right? No blessing. I'm not going to use a champion with no blessing. It's most importantly, you could argue, it's all the stats. It's all the stats that we're giving up, right? He's not value over replacement. Crappier champions, sometimes you might pull a legendary that you really wanted for a long time, and you might have like a fully empowered epic and awakened an epic that they're not even going to be better than because of the RNG on top of the RNG. And really, it's, you know, you could just keep going. Even in the comment, it's not just champion and soul, but you need to worry about your artifacts. Obviously, you have the good sets, you got to move them around. You don't have any silver to do so. You need to worry about the relics, you know, and we know those. How many legendary relics do you guys have, by the way? I'm going to post a community tab poll right now on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and vote on it if you want to. I'm curious, if you go to your champion collection and then you filter out your relics and then you go to equipped and then you go rarity and then like legendary and mythical, if you have any of those, how many do you have? I have 19. I counted. I have 19. I'm curious how many you guys have, right? And I've gone for every single event. Every mat event. I've used all my Chimera battles. So I've been like, I figure the most, or one of the most active as you can be in terms of going after all the mats, even live arena seasons. That's how I got my mythical relic, is through live arena. Anyway, I digress. This is the bummer right now that I didn't talk about in those videos that I really should have. And this is the thing that I'm gonna, you know, message Plarium about, right? Is like, dude, it's one thing for it to be impossible to get a champion. It's a whole nother thing for when you get the champion, you gotta hope all the way back from scratch. You gotta hope that you can actually get a soul for them, right? Because it's so important. They added essentially another shard system in addition to the shard system. It's a real bummer when you pull a new champion in the game and you don't have the time to even use them because of everything going on, because they don't add instant battles. Super raids and background battles are cool. Obviously, we want background battles where we can do stuff. That's all important. That's all coming as well. That's all great. I'm not sitting here and saying that they haven't taken steps to alleviate some of the time, but they really need to add instant battles to all that old stuff, right? Help us out a little bit. Help us be able to enjoy the champions. So one is the time. Instant battles, easy solution. And two, honestly, it's just like, it's the laziest, you know, idea in terms of like, there's a billion ways they can make this easier. 8x chance with 1,000 champions, you know, it really should be like freaking 30x chance, like 50x chance. Or they just simply go on a mercy. You know, you're guaranteed one of these within 100 pulls, whatever. It's like, I know that sounds almost like, listening to myself say it, it's like, Ash, they would never go for that, bro. But like, it's not that unreasonable to actually want to get one of the upgrade elements of a champion that you work so hard, or like so RNG, let's be real, to get, right? Like, is it that ridiculous that the resources that you need to actually upgrade a champion that you were lucky enough to get could somehow be accessible? That's the thing that I really wanted to mention. And that's the reason I haven't used a lot of the champions I've really wanted, and a lot of the champions that I didn't want, but they're pretty cool, I haven't even had the time to go in there and do a robust guide on. So I'm not trying to be a baby. I don't want every video on this damn channel to be me ranting about the game. Because honestly, there's a lot that I do like about the game. I wanted to kind of like put an end to the trilogy of these videos talking about these recent pain points. I wanted to be able to move on, but I did want to make sure I made another video just to address this big one thing, and that is the layers of RNG and the time, are the big two things. All right, guys, we're going to end it there. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know how you feel, guys, about the chore stuff. You know, do you feel the same way? Can you resonate? And about champions you've been wanting to mess around with, just haven't found the time. Let me know in the comments below. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.